B9, B10, B25. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yo, and we're back. It's the Tracksuit Pundits here with our reaction to the absolutely dead game. The 0-0 draw between Man U and Liverpool. We finally got Big Mike on. Big Mike and Mr. Flips after the Twitter beef we've been having, yeah.
It's not beef. It's never beef, bro.
Nah, these men have turned up though. The other day they was meant to turn up for the preview, you get me? But obviously, life made sure they couldn't. There was rattled, Movo. Tell them there was rattled.
It was rattled.
Flips didn't want to come on until he thought they was going to win this game, and then he thought,
bro,
yo,
listen, I've been through the mire, bro. My quality, we've seen the slip, we've seen the overhead kick. This title race can't rattle us, bro. We're still buzzing off winning it just last year, bro.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
You're not used to this position.
Nah, you know what it is? You know what it is, fam? Obviously, we dominated for so long, innit? So it's like, then them man won the title. Really, the year before, yeah, it was kind of close, bro. Like any other year, you're winning that title, bro. You know what I mean? That's the truth, bro. And
I was convinced when that happened. I was convinced. I said, we're never winning the league. I accepted it then, bro. When Company hit that one top bin, I said, yeah, we're not winning the league ever. It's cursed. This is not meant to be. It's just not meant to be. Winning, bro. So I'm still high on that. Me, bro. Honest to God, I'm still high on that. If we win the league this year, great. I think Man City might do that now, but let's talk about the game first. Obviously, we're not.
Yeah, let's go. Dude, I'll let you Liverpoolians start with this, innit? Let's hear what you got to say, lads.
All right. Well, we knew that was going to be the case today. We knew. When I seen the team lineups and I thought, right, okay, don't lose first because the title race is blown wide open. I still think it is, but we didn't want to lose today. And I thought the game was edgy, but I don't think it was a poor game of football, you know, bro. I thought you done your job really well, and I think we done our job well to an extent. But I think it's easier to defend than it is to score.
Yeah. Now, I agree with that. When I say dead game, fam, I just think you, man, was there for the taking, bro. Like, you know, like the seven offsides and all of that in the first half, bro. All you have to do is hold your run for a split second longer. And you
one of them.
Get one, bro, man. And that's what kind of frustrated me, man. What kind of frustrated me. What did you think, though, mate?
I think, honestly, I just missed a chance there, mate. Break the Anfield, no losses. First half, like you say, bit of control. Bruno was non-existent. Out the two of them, I thought Pogba was much more influential in the game. Especially second half. So, but what I will say is, you've seen in the last 20 minutes what you could have been doing for 90 minutes. You missed a chance today, mate. I fully went into that lineup. The minute I seen that Matip went in the team hotel, I thought, yeah, we're in trouble here. In trouble. I wouldn't have admitted it, and I still wouldn't have. I've took no stick over it on Twitter, mate. But listen, we're very much playing second fiddle now to City, very much so. And I would say they win today. I've just seen that Zaha's out, so that doesn't.
Yeah, it's on the screen behind the phone now, bro. Zaha's not playing.
Me with no confidence for Palace coming away with a result there. So I think now we're looking at probably a three-way battle. Man U are definitely in it. You can't say they're not. They've just come to Anfield and got a good point.
That hurts to say that, innit?
Yeah, it does, mate. But listen, what I would say, just going back to what Key was talking about a second ago, the season where we came second, that's what worries me, Brad. Because to keep the consistency that they kept for them 2 seasons, yes, we won the Champions League, but that technically should have been the season of our first title drought was over, yeah? To do it for 3-4 seasons is not impossible. And you see now, I think Shaw had Salah in his pocket. I think you can see Trent.
Shaw was amazing today.
Yeah. To be fair, Shaw always does, bro. Shaw.
Yeah, but you know what I think, fam? I think it's since Tellez has come in, bro. It's like the competition for places has kind of, and Man, you haven't had that for a couple of years, bro. You know what I mean? The Fernandes, the Van der Beek, the Cavani, the Tellez coming in, bro. It gives a bit more like, players understand now, I have to play well. Otherwise, I might not play the next game, bro. And I think that's why Ollie's been able to do so well with Man United this year. Because at the moment, do I think that Rashford's better than Mane? No. Do I think that, like, the other side's better than Salah? I don't think so. But with the competition for places, bro, and this is where I have to give Ollie his credit, because I was heavily critical of him at times. I'm a bit critical of today, but I'll go into that when I give the match review. Like, basically, yeah, right, I think the competition for places has kind of sprung the players into a new, like, you know, players that have just been there for years. Like Shaw, he was very good before he broke his leg, and then it was like we didn't really see the Shaw that we're seeing now. He takes corners now, bruv, good ones. You know what I mean?
I hate Luke Shaw because I know what he's about when he plays. When he plays well. He's a consistent player. His problem is his injury record, but I don't think that's entirely his fault. It's a long way back from something like a break, and all things can let you down. You strengthen one area and you find another area's let you down because you've missed that little pings, little things. But what he is when he plays is a very, very solid, hard to beat player. You see him, he turned, I feel, it was second half. He turned Salah at one point like you'd want Salah to turn him. Do you know what I mean? He's consistent, he's solid. But I think I'll be honest, man. I thought we should have been ahead in the first half. When you don't score and you're on top in games, it's a bad sign.
I don't think you should have. I think you held the ball better, but there was nothing created. There was
you know where I think they had a chance, bro. I thought Firmino was poor. Yes, Firmino. Bro.
Yeah.
Bro. Out to Robertson, fam. He's got to just slide that ball, bro.
In. And if you're
but that was the story. But you know what? That was the story.
Yeah.
That was the story of the whole game, though. That both teams at certain things did quite well. But
I thought that was more the story for us. Second half, Momo. That was the story for them first half. That's what I think.
But I don't think it was enough for them to think that we should have been ahead, though. Like,
what I'd say is it wouldn't be enough for Liverpool to say we should have defo won that game today. But in the first half, based on the first half performance, I think they could have went in 1-0 up. Not say two.
I'm gonna put it a separate way. Then that's in their moments is when you have to score. When you're dominant like there was in the first half, you have to push on. You have to score in games.
I think that's been the story. I think that's been the story of Liverpool all season, holding the ball in them positions and not having that Mane, Salah, and Firmino have not shown that quality. Just like off and in.
I think Van Dijk's injury plays into that though, Jan. I think because
and Gomez, Brad, sorry to interrupt, and Gomez. Gomez is very, very underrated at bringing the ball out from the back. He carries the ball so well. And Matip slightly the same. What Van Dijk can do, he can hit a decent pass. He can hit them 40-yard passes. He
allows your wing-backs to get forward and not be scared of, the counter-attack.
Scared, bro. Thank you, brother.
Even today, right? Like,
the handbrake's on, bro.
The 7 offsides. Yeah, bro, it's on, man. And for the past couple of seasons, Van Dijk and whoever he's had next to him, because it's always been Van Dijk being the mainstay, bro, whether it's Matip or Gomez, right? Then it's like the wing backs can bomb forward because they don't mind leaving Van Dijk one-on-one. You know what I mean, bro? Like, and I think that's played a part into your season. Momo's got a different philosophy, though. What do you reckon, Momo? Tell him what you was thinking about Klopp's tactics and that.
Oh, yeah, that the mental energy needed to follow Klopp's tactics is too much to do it 3-4 seasons, and I think a lot of them are struggling with it. They're not all winning their individual battles. If you had 11 Jordan Hendersons, you wouldn't have a problem, but not everyone can keep fighting that mad fight every single game. This game they were up for it though, like we thought they will be. They were like Trent. There was a few moments where you thought, it could go shake for him, but he did well. Robertson did well as well. So. Thiago had more, but when it came to the crunch of actually doing something, everyone weren't as good as they normally are. I think they were very sloppy. I think Thiago gave it away in positions I thought he ain't gonna. We did. Fernandez did. I think Fred had a shaky one. He showed some signs of quality, but he weren't as sure as he normally is. I think Luke Shaw was probably the only player on the pitch that I'd say had a very good game. Yeah, like I'd say that had a very, very good game. I reckon the other Fabinho done well at moments. Like I said,
yeah, but Fabinho was good for these.
But like a man of the match, I think Luke Shaw was the only one where you'd say, yeah.
I'd probably edge it to Luke Shaw still, but Fabinho. If the Liverpool man of the match for me was Fabinho, and the Man U man of the match was definitely Shaw. But overall, I'd say Shaw had the better game.
That's who we're arguing with. We're arguing 2 defenders for man of the match there.
Yeah. In a 0-0
draw, all about both teams because here's the thing: you can't in them games. you don't want to lose. It's not lose first. If that was if this game was being played at the end of March, April, it's a different game of football altogether. Because then it's a little bit. Because now they're thinking, right, Klopp's like, if I draw this, it's cool. We're still there or thereabouts. Same for Manu. Manu thinking, don't lose this now because it makes more of a statement. But when I want to just go back to what you said about Luke Shaw and Tellez coming in. Real talk, bro. As well as Trent done defensively today, going forward, he's pissing me off.
Yeah,
he looks lethargic. He looks like just when you miss hit across, Trent, look pissed off for me, bro. Because I'm vexed in my yard, bro. And he looks like he's like, okay, I'll do it again in a minute. He lacks a little bit of urgency that I think and maybe that comes from not having any pressure behind him.
I think it comes from winning the title already. You had that goal of winning the title.
But it's to that being a local lad, we all want to see our local teams, that homegrown players coming through. Trent should have been more up for it than everything. Every
100%.
should have mattered. And like he said, there was a few moments where he's just like, okay, I'm in that moment. Well, when you're in that moment, you have to push on, you have to be aggressive, you have to give that extra 10 yards and push yourself up and down that pitch. There was going back to the Thiago thing, I think it was a big ask for Shaqiri and Thiago today with lack of minutes. Lack of minutes really to come in and contest a game of football. I thought the minute Shaqiri came on, you seen we lost a lot of the control over what we was doing good in midfield. And for Thiago to do 90 minutes was a massive
I thought Thiago played very well.
I think Thiago started very well. The first half an hour, bro, couldn't get near him, bro. I'll be honest with you. I saw an Arsenal fan put on Twitter, Thiago, he makes a good pass, but I don't see it. I do, bro. I saw what he was doing for the first. It's like that Scholes type role, bro. It goes under the radar. You can't get near him, but he's dictating the play. You know what I mean? But I agree with Momo. He started well. Then as it kind of went on, there was a pass he could have played out to the right. He overhit it and it went out. You know what I mean?
And then we would mess up on a pass on the same move, and then they'd mess up again.
I think I agree in the fact that today's game was kind of decided by the lack of quality in the final.
100%. 100%.
Because I thought there was a point where Rashford should have slid through Cavani. I thought Pogba should have scored. Bruno could have scored. That's why I think we had the clear-cut chances, but you dominated the ball more. So I don't think anybody could be here saying, I think like you said, the first half, maybe you could have come in 1-0 up. But based on that second half, we could have nicked it, bro, with the chances that we had. You know what I mean? So it was like, it was a pretty even game.
It's fair. There can't be any complaints about that today. Apart from both of us thinking we wanted a bit more sharpness from our attacking players. But apart from that, I'm not angry with today. I'm just a little bit, okay. I didn't want to lose though, bro. Nor did no one in this chat. No one would have wanted to get the handbrake
I didn't. Bruv, I'll tell you, my heart ain't made for this, fam. Even I think you man got a corner or a free kick like last minute, and I was just like, nah, not now, man. You know what I mean, bro? Like the pressure's on, sweaty palms and that.
It's a different. Them games are a different kind of pressure, man.
Yeah, man, it is, man.
There's one where Trent heads the ball out, under no real pressure.
Oh my God.
And I'm thinking, here's Curtis Jones, Mark II, West Brom again. They're going to score from this corner. So I know what you're saying. Yeah. But, lads, as a Man United fans, I want to ask you one thing. If you'd had that first minutes against anyone else, would you have been happy with the way your team were deployed today? I know you've picked up a few times on McTominay, Fred, and what were you happy with them first half tactics? Do you think
I don't think it was that, bro. I think Liverpool are a strong team, bro.
Yeah.
Like, let's not beat around the bush. I think you lot are a strong team, as shown over season. So you're not gonna come. Nobody really goes to Anfield and dominates Liverpool. Who'd you see do that, bro? Nobody dominates Liverpool anywhere apart from that Villa result this season, which was a once in a blue moon, which you can kind of take when it's a once in a blue moon one. Nobody dominates us, bro. And like I say, for us to come out the game with the better clear-cut chances, bro, really Pogba should score. Rashford should put in Cavani there. And Bruno as well from that cross, bro, nearly scored. Alisson played very well today, by the way, lads.
Do you know what as well? My dad said before the game today, do you know what he said to me? As we just sat there and watching, he looked at me, he went, Alisson needs a good game today. And I said, look, hopefully we've got most of the ball, so he hasn't. But then, look, it's true. Alisson played very well. And
even as a sweeper keeper, he was
right. And normally, thank you. And can you tell me the last game where we've looked at? Do you remember David De Gea has their magical games where he saves 50 shots a game? Alisson don't really have to have them, bro, because we've got the ball for so much of the game. But today, after an hour, We got a little bit nervy. You could see the nerves. I felt the nerves in my yard. So fuck being on pitch, bro. And the passes started to get misplaced. And the worst team in the league to lose the ball to in transition is Man United. That's what they're good at. Because they just go zup, 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 and then you're in trouble. How Fabinho caught Rashford that last one, I don't know.
He should have released it.
Bro, in my yard, I'm going, take a red.
Yeah.
Like I said, that's
Clarting him over there, bro. You know what I mean?
The one thing you have to do sometimes is be smart and take what they called professional fouls or the yellow card. And it was one in the second half where over the last few years, Liverpool have been very naive in the way that they've played. In that, if you look at the amount of bookings, they keep getting this silly fair play tag. I don't want the fair play tag. I want players to do what Fabinho done, where Cavani's shaping to shoot, and that's take that yellow card.
Yeah.
I prefer that, bro. Forget the fair play tag. And nobody trying to make it into the Europa League off good rules, bro.
Keep
Being
that.
good boys. Yeah, nah, don't nobody want that, bro. I think, like you say, I agree with you about Trent. I think Rashford kind of let himself down today. I thought it was very poor, bro. Very poor, bro. Like I said, one of the offsides he had, all you have to do is hold it for us. The one where Alisson come out, though, bro, where they gave offside, he weren't actually offside,
and it wasn't offside. It wasn't
yeah,
offside.
and if it would have went to VAR, if he'd have scored and it would have went to VAR, bro. Obviously, it didn't go to VAR. Like, he didn't score, you know what I mean? But apart from that, bro, I don't think Rashford played very well. To go through the Man U team, fam, like, what you reckon more
Sorry, before we get into that, they need to sort that offside play on rule, fam. Like,
It's horrible. It's horrible, bro. Horrible.
Yeah. I don't know how invested to get into an attack, bro. You know,
yeah.
like where...
And you know what it is,
some
fam?
of them,
there's some that are clear. If it's clear,
there
bro,
we go,
put your flag up, fam.
Put your flag up. If you
bro.
can see...
Yeah. That's
because what the risk is, I know it's a small risk, but let's say now Rashford goes through and his hamstring tears. Bro, put your flag up, Lino. Because if it's clear, if it's close and you genuinely can't see, but some of them, they're 4 yards up and they're letting it run. And you're like, why? And you break up the game. There's the momentum. No team can really get going because every 5 minutes you're doing it. And the refs are not differentiating from the close ones and the ones that are miles off. They're treating them both the same. It's so annoying.
It's where this whole VAR is still miles away from being sorted. I take it back to the last Man U game. When they pulled it back to the Luke Shaw foul. Now, so it's so much to be sorted out. So that somehow the play because Luke Shaw gets booked, doesn't get booked for his tackle. So if in the same scenario, if that leads to a group of players having a little scuffle and someone throws,
somebody gets booked. You're right. You're right.
It's over the
knock-on effect.
And they shouldn't be calling it back. I didn't say this to you on Twitter. You shouldn't be calling it back for a booking, bro. Like, that is not a clear and obvious error. But I didn't want to get into it. You know, when we was on about the Liverpool and the banter and that, right? When they called it back for that, bro, you can't go back and say that that's a booking. That's not what VAR's for, bro.
You know what? A yellow card will always be subjective. A yellow card when there's very subjective things, man.
Unless he was going to
don't sweep that up.
Yeah, unless he was going to send Shaw off, bro, then Brady has to go, bro. Somebody had to have kind of gone in that situation, bro.
Different referees use yellow cards in different ways, though. Some of them are just using it as a warning. Some of them are really trying to enforce it in a certain way.
The first thing he did was book. Sorry, Momo. First thing he did was book Brady, bro. Right? When really Cavani's clean, like really take the Shaw incident out of it. That is a red card, bro. You know what I mean? Fam?
Yeah.
It's his last man, and it's a horrible tackle, bro. He scissored him. Because even when they, and I'm looking at, I thought even after all of it, I said to my dad, yo, they might send him off because the tackle on Cavani is an actual horrible tackle as well as him being last man. But I think the ref there's too much going on. So he's thinking, right, what's the easiest way out of all this? Booking for you, everyone 100%. Play on. And he got flustered. And it happens all the time, 100%.
Bro. But I don't think
all the time.
Got booked after Shaw, did he? Did he get
no,
booked?
he didn't even book Brady. He booked him originally.
He crunched Cavani, bro.
Yeah.
But
it's like saying because I forgot that one little thing, now everything after it's void because I'm going to go back and correct that.
Which leads into what, though?
Void. And it's like, so how long are you going to let it play on for?
On Van Dijk situation, bro. The way I saw that, if you watch the podcast, lads, which I said about it, is like, it's like, that's like to say, yeah, right, it's offside, so I can just punch a man in his face now, but he was offside before, so it don't even matter.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, but that's not what it is, though, bro. You know what I mean? So
a bad tackle's a bad tackle.
A bad tackle's a bad tackle, bro. And look, look at what Pickford's like. I think that Everton game, and I said it at the time. It's how you know I'm not a biased fan, bro. Like I'm not just. I don't like you, man. I ain't gonna lie. You man are my ups. You man are my ups. I'm not gonna gas. But right, you man got robbed that game, bro. In my opinion, bro. Like we haven't really had no real Liverpool fans on here talking about it, bro. So it's kind of interesting, bro. Like
I got PTSD
think,
from that one. I have. I don't
yeah.
like
Do you
talking
still
about
think?
it.
I saw you, man. I saw some of your Danny's messaging Pickford talking about yo. What was his name? I'm Sean, and everybody knows
The
that
real
Sean
promise. Yo,
yeah,
that guy.
that's a Sean promise.
Sean was on the tip still, but I'll be honest, bro. If that was Man United that game, bro, I don't know, bro, where my head would have been at after that
It's a
game.
sickener for anyone, man.
Yeah, man, because that's a guaranteed red card. And then Mane, like one of the strands of his hair was offside. Now, growing up, I understood the offside rule as advantage to the attacker. So if you're having to put two lines, well, I can't even tell which is which. I don't even know which one's the defender. I don't even know which one's the attacker. They're that close. Then the advantage has just got to go to the attacker. To me, bro, you know that's how we played football.
I just think like there's so many gaps in the way that haven't got it straight in the way they're applying things, and it's too open, and it's leaving too much inconsistencies and too much errors, or things can go unpunished. And it's like, come on, get your act together, put it out there. What happens if this happens? So Shaw gets booked, but you can't escape that red card because it still happened. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it still happened. Yeah.
You can't look and say, well, nothing else matters. He kicked him 6 foot in the air, but it doesn't matter now because 5 minutes ago it should have been a penalty the other end. It's crazy. Sort it out. Make it retrospective. So hold on. Yes, that is a yellow card. That is a free kick, but we're still going to send your player off. Easy, isn't it? Easy.
It's
How long
simple.
until we have violent conduct after like a bad VAR decision? Then there's violent conduct. It's bound to happen eventually. Like
It's going to happen soon. It'll happen soon.
Yeah.
Because
And what then? That's just a new to the worms.
Players are clever and they'll take advantage of this. This is what makes the best the best. They see these things, they know how to play. That's how some can win penalties, some can't. The best players know
City
how
have just scored. Sorry, lads. City have just scored, man. John Stones again.
He's playing very well. He's playing
very well. Boo! Screwing I am, man. Screwing.
Very well.
Nah. No VAR.
No VAR on this one, lads. No VAR, man.
Did you feel that because this is one Man U Liverpool game that's been getting me butterflies for days? Do you feel like the game lived up to the hype, first and second? With as fan bases, we've been looking forward to this for a week, like no Man U Liverpool game for a long time. Do you feel like it was the 90 minutes?
It never does, bro. It never does, bro.
You know what though, lads? The passion and the effort and that was there. I think the quality was lacking, but I can't really look at anyone and it looked like they weren't up for it.
You
like
need a hero in these games.
I think it needed a goal to explode, didn't it? It needed a goal to explode. That's
Do you know what it needed to make it explode, right? It needed a crowd, if we're going to be honest.
Yes, man.
Yes,
it needed a crowd, fam. It needed some fans in the stadium,
very
bro.
Different.
That makes a big difference, bro.
From an
Gives you an extra yard.
From an outsider point of view, I think it's a different game and Liverpool have more of a chance if Henderson doesn't have to take that role at centre-back, if he can be in the midfield and have a bit more of an attacking position, because he's one of them players that will want to be a hero and will step up, put the ball in the net and fucking scream into the stands after it.
I don't feel like the game was lacking effort, but I think it was lacking that breaking desire. That's what I was asking for from Trent. I was hoping for when Jones came on, just that lad that fit. This is everything. This is what I grew up as a kid. I'm going to crunch that tackle. I'm going to, fairly, of course, no red cards, fairly, leave one on him.
Starting time, him and the ball, bro, don't even care about it. Whatever comes with it, bro, trust me.
I don't really think no one had a Gerrard derby. No one had a Scholes derby today. And I think that's where the game was lacking for me. It was a good game. It was passionate. In other days, there could have been goals on both, but I still felt like it was lacking.
I think with us at the moment, we're not playing well. We're actually defending a lot better than we're going forward. It's strange. It's a weird one. This game today was the Man U Liverpool game of 10 years ago, where Man U were dominating the league with Rooney, Ronaldo, Tevez, and we've showed up at Old Trafford with Torres and Gerrard. And that's what you man done today. It flipped the script a little bit because we're kind of the ones that are going to win the game in Liverpool. You're Liverpool, do you get me? And man, you were like, no, come then, because if you overcommit, we're gonna pick you off, bro. And that's happened. We've seen it happen over the years, over and over and over again. I can count the amount of times on one hand where the team that's on form and expected to win a Liverpool Man U game has just gone in and won the game. I can't remember.
And that's what I didn't like, because before it, everybody was saying this is the time to play Liverpool. Throw that out the window, bro. Throw that right out the window, bro.
It's never.
When it comes to these like derby games, bro, well, none of that matters, bro.
Doesn't matter.
It's not
bro.
like one's in League Two. It's not like one's in League Two, bro, and the other one's in the Prem, bro. We're both in the Prem, first and second, bro. Right? Don't throw that all this. This is the time. I do think based on the game, this was there for the taking, but that don't mean that all of a sudden it was easier. Because if Firmino squares Robertson at that point, bro, then like could be 1-0. You know what I mean? So I agree there, bro. I agree that the crowd was a massive miss, right? But it's one of them, bro. I don't think it was the worst game. I just don't think neutrals would have liked it. For me, bro, my heart was pounding more than flipping when we played Burnley, bro. I'll tell you that. My heart was every moment. It was.
That's because you're playing us. But look, I just felt like I take it back to when we played in the FA Cup a few years ago. Well, many years ago, Gerrard comes on, ends up getting sent off after about 5 minutes because he just couldn't have the way everyone else was playing. That's what I think it was lacking today. Someone in Liverpool just like, do you know who we're playing? We're playing Man United. Forget the league, forget the positions. This is a must-win for our fan base. And the same on your half. I thought.
But Flips is right. Nobody really wants to lose that game, bro. You know what I mean?
And look, if someone comes on and goes into attack or over aggressively and gets sent off, you've cost the team. So nobody wants to. They will promote coolness, bro. My old man used to say, what did he used to say? Fire in your belly and ice in your head. Do you get me? So he used to be like, have the fire in there, but keep cool at all times. That's why when he put on Jones today, I was thinking, bro, he probably should have put on Milner, because I didn't want no one in there youthful and exuberant trying stuff in the 75th. I'm thinking, don't lose this now, because if Man U score and do the smash and grab, that's plan A for them, and they've worked their plan off to a T. Do you know what I mean? Our plan is go there and score a couple of goals. It hasn't worked, cool, but don't throw everything out, because we've seen Liverpool do it before. We've done it with Chelsea when Gerrard slipped. If we would have kept our composure in that game and carried on playing the way we played, but we got panicky, we started throwing balls into the box, and that's not what we did at the time. Do you get me? So it's all about being cool in them moments. And I thought today the game could have gone either way. Man, you had the better chances, but we definitely had chances. And there was times where, like, I think our front three are letting us down. We're a yard off. And when I say a yard off, it's literally a yard off, because Trent, the one time he did fizz a ball in today, it went right across the goal. And I'm expecting Mane to come flying in at the back post and be there. He weren't. And that's where I'm looking at my front three saying, you lot, you're on your heels a little split second too short, and you're not taking the shot. You want an extra touch. And that's what.
Yeah, there was a cross today from Robertson that was dangerous. But
same thing.
One that Maguire cut out. That was good defending from Maguire. Very good defending. I thought the commentator
I thought Lindelof was all right, but he still looked shaky from them balls over the top, bro. There was a couple of times. There was one at the end. He went over to Origi, bro, and he just looked
over the end of the first half. Oh my days! I was gonna smash my TV up, bro.
Oh, when the ref blew the whistle.
Give me 4 seconds, bro. I don't business.
Yeah. Yeah, and that was over Lindelof as well, to be fair. But quickly, lads, before we wrap up, we need the player rating. So we'll do the Man U player rating, or we'll do the Liverpool player ratings. Then obviously we'll do Man U. Give us your ratings, lads, between the two of you. Your goalkeeper, Alisson.
9.
He done 9 because he done what he needed to do.
Because he won us a point today. We have to be real.
Big saves. What about
and the sweeping?
And the sweeping, yeah, man, he played very well.
9's justified.
Trent's a 5, mate. He was bang average.
No, now here's the thing. I'd rather Trent be bang average going forward than bang average going backwards, because when he don't defend, we get terrorized. He done his job defensively today. I'm all right with Trent. Give him a 7.
So we're going to go in the middle. We'll say a 6 then. We'll say a 6. Yeah, we'll meet in the middle for that.
Whatever you get when you start, that's what he didn't. He didn't excel, but he didn't go below. So I'll give him whatever he started with.
What are you giving your centre-backs, Fabinho and Henderson? Start with Fabinho.
8.
Again, 7 or 8, yeah.
Fabinho done what he needed to do when he needed to do it. Smart yellow card. How he caught Rashford, don't know. Great tackle, big tackle. 8. solid.
Yeah,
I'll
I'd
give him
say
eight.
more. But so you, what you're going with 7, all right, lads?
I'll go with
8.
8. We can go with 8.
All right. What about Hendo?
He's okay without being fantastic. 7, yeah.
7 standard, yeah.
All right, Robbo.
Robbo, I didn't think was that good today, bro. Lots of energy up and down, but his final ball once, and I thought like the first time when he did get in the box, when he sort of just kicked it towards the little moments like that. Did you see it in the first half? He got
Yeah,
in.
the near post, near post.
Yeah.
Near post, he got in, yeah, and little moments
He
like
done
that
it
in
twice
big
in the
tight
first
games.
half, bro.
He done it twice, so I'm thinking, Robbo, you're normally better, bro. So you're gonna have to give him 5, 6, really, because he didn't have that much
Yeah.
defending to do.
Well, look, we've
But
gone
when
for
we get
6%. We can't go above that for Robbo because nothing fantastic.
yeah, 6 is fine.
All
6
right,
is
so we
fine.
got a 6 then. Who did we have in midfield? We had Wijnaldum, Shaqiri.
Shaqiri, for me, no minutes. He done well. There was moment. Yeah, he lost a few balls, but for no minutes in his legs, brothers, he had a good game. I
So
want
what
a
you
7.
giving him?
He's 7. He's got to be in it. He was good today.
You agree
7.
with that, Flips?
I'll give him a 7, but I can't give Thiago same as him because Thiago was better than him today.
No, listen.
I think so.
So what are you
First half-
saying for Thiago then, lads?
But I wouldn't want to give Thiago an 8. I'd want to give him a 7, and I'd give Shaqiri a 6.5.
Well, we can do 7.5. So 7 and 7.5.
7.5.
Thiago.
Yeah.
All right. So who we got? Who
7.5.
else is Wijnaldum? What did you think of him?
5. He was.
Nah,
He went.
5's harsh.
Nah,
5's
mate.
harsh.
Giving Shaqiri 7 with no minutes, coming in fresh like that, ain't played. Come on,
Yeah, but
he's
if
slow.
Wijnaldum doesn't, because this is
Wijnaldum made sure you kept a lot of the ball in that first half.
Thank you.
Good
He's
moments.
very he's the under the radar guy, bro, and he
Bastard,
don't let
you
us
can't
down.
tackle him, man.
He
He doesn't give you the angle to tackle him.
Every move that
And he
took.
went one-on-one with Pogba today. A lot of times, and Pogba he kind of was brushing him, but Wijnaldum was always there, bro. So I'm saying 6 or 7 for Wijnaldum.
6.5.
6.5. Yeah, 6.5.
All right. Who else we got now? We got Salah, Mane, Firmino. What we giving Salah?
5s across the board, bro. 5s across the board.
You think? You
I
agree,
think-
Mike?
They let us down, bro. They let us down. If we're keeping clean sheets with Henderson and Fabinho centre back, the problem's not there then, bro. The problem's up there, fam.
They're letting us down. But I'll say out of the 3 of them, Mane was slightly the better of the 3. But Bobby, he's frustrating me. He has for a long
I'd give
time.
Firmino the 4. I'd give Firmino the 4 out there.
I agree with that, Flips. I do think Mane was the better one out of the lot of them. Not that he was crazy good, but I think Firmino was definitely the worst, and I thought Mane was probably one of the was better than the rest of them.
5.
Facts. I can live with that. And I'm
So what we giving them?
5s and 4. 5s for the 2 and 4 for Firmino.
You agree with that?
And what about Klopp?
Well,
I don't think Klopp can do anything else, bro, to be fair.
So out of 10, what we giving him?
That's true.
Jurgen.
Yeah.
7.
8. Because I thought
7.5
were right.
in the middle.
Can
7.5.
Before you score that then, Key, so when we played Spurs, arguably, Kane and Son's in great moments scoring. He trusts to play a centre-back and a centre-back. I just can't see whether he's trying to show the ball something by playing another midfielder back. I don't get it.
Nah, it's a different threat. It's a different threat, Mike. I'll tell you why. Because Harry Kane is, I think, as great as he is as a footballer, you'd rather have him against you than Marcus Rashford, bro. Rashford on his day will terrorise you, bro. And I think we watched Reece Williams against Villa the other day, and we've seen the little 18-year-old dude shrug him off. He never just beat him for pace, bro. He shrugged him first, bro. And then took off and left him for dead. So I'm thinking, boy, in a big game like this, Man United, protect the kid. Don't just throw him in at the deep end. Bring him in properly. Henderson knows the threat. Do you get what I'm saying? Henderson knows the threat of Rashford. And the problem with Rashford, Martial, is it's all going to be going behind you. So don't let it go behind you. Do you know what I mean? It's a different threat to Harry Kane. Harry Kane wants to play one-on-one against a defender, which a lot of defenders enjoy that because it's one battle. You haven't got to think of who's making that run over there or what's going short.
So what is Klopp's final rating then? 7.5, 8, 7?
7.5.
7.5, Mike?
Yeah.
All right then. Let's go through Man U quickly, Momo. What we giving to Haya?
8. I think he was solid.
All right. Did he have anything to do, really?
Nah, but he never messed up anything. And I think in a game like this, fam, if a midfielder don't give the ball away, I give him a good rating. So if a man that don't do nothing wrong,
was it him that
I'd
gives
say
the
a 7, you know, average.
I think
average.
he was sure with everything. I think he was sure
it
with
wasn't
everything.
bad, but I don't think he had anything to do, bro, in that sense. In my
the
opinion.
Thiago shot straight at him.
Yeah.
It's a Hollywood
He,
save.
he commanded his box well. He come out and got the crosses he had to get, so he had a good game.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah,
Say 7.5.
Go on, 7.5. I'm all right.
All right, Wan-Bissaka.
Solid 7.
Solid 7.
Very good defensively. Very good defensively.
Maguire and Lindelof.
Maguire, I'll give 8. Lindelof, 7.5.
I'd more Maguire like an 8.5.
Switch that around.
Now, you know what, fam? I don't think Lindelof was as great, man. I just don't like them balls over the top. It's just, it worries me so much, you know, because Maguire, I just think there's no pace between the both of them. That's why I think Bailey works better. But what you say, it's 8 and 7.5.
Yeah, because I think Maguire got caught one-on-one a few times and done well. Like
he also got caught on the ball a few times trying to play it out, bro. He put you in a little bit of danger that one time.
Yeah, first half he tried to switch.
Yeah. But that's a Liverpool press. It's gonna happen, isn't it? It's gonna happen.
Yeah, you do press well. Sure.
If Allison got 9, I've got to give him like a 9.2, bro.
Yeah.
For me, he's got to be man of the match,
bro. Man of the match, 9.5. You got no arguments with that.
He could have got the assist. He could have actually got the assist as well. You know, if Fernandes would have lifted it.
Yeah, man. And you know what it is about that? He picked him out, bro. You know, when I watched the replay, he didn't just hit it across. He looked, he saw Fernandes there, and he picked him out. So I could like the 9.5.
Because you man have seen Shaw play well defensively, but it's been very frustrating going forward. But since Tellez has come into the team, it's kind of brought his game together a bit, bro.
I'd agree, man. What we got in the middle, McTominay and Fred. I'm going to give McTominay's, bro, 4.5, 5. Trash today, bro. I think he's such a passenger in games, bro. If he isn't doing what he did in the Leeds game or scoring a long shot like Arsenal or Man City, bro, he's a passenger, bro. He don't really tackle. He goes to a player and stands 2 yards off, bro. And with Thiago and these, man, you can't do like Fred today. Thiago beat him a couple of times, but every time he was trying to tackle him, McTominay will stand a yard or 2 off, bro. And you can't do that with top quality players, fam. And that's what frustrates me about him being in these games, these top games. It's his go-to, bro. But I think that negates from what we can do attacking. I felt like Greenwood or Cavani could have started today. Pogba could have been in the middle, bro, right? And then we would have been more susceptible. You know, them offsides. There's more players running in behind. There's Greenwood, there's Cavani, there's Rashford, or there's Rashford, Martial, Cavani. You know what I mean, bro? Like
I think Matic should have played this game, fam. There was a lot of times,
bro.
We could pass between the lines. There was a lot of times you could pass between the lines. You know, when
he's more composed on the ball as well, man. He's more composed. Man. And I love Fred. I think Fred's our best player in that position. But I think with Fred, you've got to have somebody that can deep line playmaking, that can take the ball, wants the ball. You know what I mean? And against Liverpool, it's important to have that person there, bro. You know what I mean? That can half like control. If you want to pass it out, bro, you can't be passing it out to Fred and McTominay, in my opinion. I think Fred was solid though. I think Fred was like a 7.5, maybe a 7. You know what? I'll give him a 7 though. Them the 2 clearances, bro. Like he made some shocking clearances, bro, that could have put us into trouble, bro. And I'm a big Fred fan, bro. You know what I mean?
What about Bruno in the front line then? The rest of the
Bruno for me, fam, was a 4 today.
Worst player on the pitch today.
Really
Bruno was a 4.
By his standards as well, that's the worst thing.
Bruno was a 4, fam. Martial, I thought was like a 6.5, Momo.
I'd say 6, yeah.
All right, 6. Rashford is a 4.5.
Yeah, 5.
Cavani was pretty average, I reckon.
Better than Martial today.
Who, Rashford?
It was better than Martial, yeah.
Nah, man. Rashford, he gave the ball away in too many stupid positions, bro. Too many times, bro. There was once on the left wing to Bruno. Like, I didn't rate Rashford. I thought he was one of our worst today, I'll be honest with you. And I speak highly of Rashford lately, bro. I think he stepped up this season. I thought today was a very bad game for him, if you ask me, bro. He needed a bit of composure, and he really lacked it today.